Exploring Society, India and Beyond. Chapter 1 Natural Resources and Their Use. Notes, easy to learn. What is nature? Nature is the totality of life and non-life forms that are part of our environment but have not been created by humans. When elements of nature become resource, when humans use nature elements for their sustenance or create new things from them for consumption, these elements of nature become resources. Example: when we cut trees and convert their wood into furniture, we see the trees as a resource. Conditions for resources. Technologically accessible. Example: petroleum in places deep under the ocean that we do not have the technology to access. Economically feasible. The extraction cost may be too high. Culturally acceptable. Cutting trees in sacred groves unaccepted. The term natural resources is used to materials and substances that occur in nature and are valuable to humans. Categories of natural resources. Based on use. Resources essential for life. The air we breathe. The water we drink. The food we eat. The soil which gives us food. Resources for materials. Human beings create physical objects out of nature's gifts. Resources made for utility or to create things of beauty that enrich our lives. Example: a piece of wood can be transformed into a chair and also carved into a statuette. From wood to marble and coal to gold. Resources for energy. Electricity needed for our buildings, transportation, and all types of production processes. So energy from diverse natural sources: coal, water, petroleum, natural gas, sunlight, wind, etc. A general principle of nature is that it functions in a restorative and regenerative way. Restoration is the process of returning something to its original healthy state if it has been degraded or damaged. Nature heals, renews and maintains herself over time. E.g., a cut on your skin will normally heal, a forest recovers after a wildfire. Regeneration goes beyond restoration. It is about nature's ability to create new life and the conditions for thriving. Renewable versus non-renewable resources. Feature. Renewable resources. Non-renewable resources. Definition. Resources that can be replenished or renewed naturally over a short period. Resources that have a limited stock and take millions of years to form. Availability. These are generally considered inexhaustible and are available in unlimited quantities. These are finite, exhaustible. Once used up, they cannot be replaced within a human lifespan. Regeneration rate. They replenish quickly through natural cycles or human efforts like replanting. The rate of formation is much slower than the rate of consumption. Environmental impact. Generally eco-friendly with a lower carbon footprint and less pollution. Often cause significant pollution, including greenhouse gas emissions and global warming. Sustainability. Sustainable for long-term use if managed properly. Not sustainable for long-term use as they face eventual depletion. Examples: solar energy, wind energy, flowing water which is fed regularly by rain and melting glaciers, timber from forests. Coal, petroleum, natural gas, and minerals like iron or copper. Coal reserves in India may last another 50 years as per the rate of consumption. Condition to remain renewable resources renewable. The natural rhythm of restoration and regeneration must not be disturbed. If we harvest timber faster than the forest can grow trees, we will eventually deplete the forest through irresponsible human actions. Many of nature's cycles have been disturbed. Fuel-driven industrialization and the cutting down of forests has led to rising temperatures. Melting of water towers. Glaciers in the Himalayas are melting at a rate faster than precipitation can replace them. Actions in surroundings that result in nature losing her ability to restore and regenerate. Waste from industries is often disposed without proper treatment. Wastes cannot decay to become the food of some life form. Leads to a disturbance in nature's cycle of restoration and regeneration. River becomes poisonous and cannot support life. Distribution of natural resources and its implications. Natural resources are not evenly distributed across our planet or even within countries. Uneven distribution shapes human settlements, trade patterns, international relations, and conflicts too. Benefits of natural resource-rich area. Industries located near natural resources create employment opportunities for the local people. Townships grow around them and expand economic opportunities for others. Modern facilities that improve the quality of life become accessible. Conflicts for natural resource-rich area. World of people living in resource-rich areas have been displaced from their homes to facilitate developments. People want to access the resources around sacred places, leading to conflicts. Natural resources between political boundaries leads to tensions for sharing of natural resources. E.g. The sharing of Kaveri River water among Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry, negotiations and deft management were required to maintain peace and fair sharing. Punjab groundwater case. The Punjab caselet highlights how groundwater overuse provided immediate food security but caused long-term environmental and health damage. Short-term benefits. In the 1960s, Punjab's farmers used groundwater for high-yielding crops, supported by free electricity, ensuring food security and increased agricultural output. Long-term harms. Overpumping lowered water tables to 30 meters deep in 80% of Punjab, marked as overexploited. Chemical fertilizers polluted groundwater, posing health risks and reducing sustainability as water becomes scarce for future use. The case of cement. The process of production of cement releases fine dust, enters our lungs and those of animals, damaging them. Settles on leaves of plants, decreasing their yields. Causes soil and water pollution too. The Central Pollution Control Board created guidelines for cement factories, ensure that the pollution is minimized or eliminated. Alternative. Use of traditional materials like stone and mud. New plant-based materials. Recycled materials from waste plastic. Traditional materials and methods combined with modern technological advances create new materials that are sustainable. The process of production less polluting, provides local employment. Caselet from Sikkim. Declining yields and mounting debts from expensive chemical inputs. The state government policy to promote organic farming throughout the state. Initially, the yields dropped as the soil was recovering from years of chemical use. Switched to compost, prepared natural pest repellents using neem and garlic. Started growing multiple crops across the year. After 5 years, was able to sell her cardamom, ginger, and traditional vegetables at premium prices. In 2016, Sikkim became a 100% organic state with all of its farmland certified organic. Tourism increased as visitors came to see the organic farming model. Local biodiversity flourished, with beneficial insects and birds returning. Farmers' incomes grew by 20% on average. Sikkim serves as a global model, demonstrating that an entire region can successfully transition to sustainable agricultural practices while improving both ecological and economic outcomes. The natural resource curse, also known as paradox of plenty. Having plenty of natural resources does not automatically mean that a country is rich. Some economies are unable to develop industries that convert the resources into products of higher value. How can we overcome? Human knowledge, good governance, strategic planning, judicious use of non-renewable resources stewardship. We should use the non-renewable resources so that they can last long enough. Sustainable alternative, switch to renewable sources of energy for as many purposes as we can. Sustaining life on Earth requires that we respect nature and use natural resources in a way that enables the restoration and regeneration of renewable resources and the responsible and judicious use of non-renewable ones. Irresponsible treatment of natural resources has led to pollution, biodiversity loss, and climate change. Relationship with nature and act as stewards of natural resources toward restoration, regeneration, and sustainability. Thanks.